Hello and welcome back to EGL5. Now on the Call of Duty main stage we have Link Gaming up against Fariko Dragons. These are two top 8 teams now playing for top 6 in the losers bracket. And the first map, unfortunately for Link, is Dome Capture the Flag, which I am told Fariko Dragons have never ever lost at LAN. Can you confirm this, Monty?
Having played with them, I can confirm never in the history of Fariko Dragons have ever lost this.
So that's going to be concerning news for Link, but it should be a really interesting game. I think we're actually just waiting for T1 to find his seat because he's disappeared from somewhere. But yes, both of these teams, I don't know if you've managed to catch any of the games today. Obviously, I want to be as unbiased as possible. So, I mean, how do you think Link have been playing?
That's definitely not going to happen, is it, Rel? Well, no, they played absolutely amazing. I saw the Apex game with the stopwatch. I mean, if anyone in this event wasn't watching that, then they just don't like Call of Duty, if I'm going to be honest. Probably the most tense game I've ever seen. Probably a fair outcome, don't you think, Rel?
It could be a fair outcome. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a really close game. It could have gone either way.
But close.
Apex got the better of them. Fariko Dragons went into the losers bracket. I think it was actually Apex NA that knocked them into that, was it?
No, I believe it was Western Wolves.
Oh, Western Wolves. Yeah, Western Wolves put them into the losers bracket. So they've just fought through that all the way now. And we are going to be going straight into this game here. Don't capture the flag. T1 is doing chicken impressions and Torres is getting quite annoyed at that.
Yeah, T1's chicken impressions is quite notorious. Okay. But I'd just like to draw attention, how did Link do in the last round? I know that Fariko Dragons have just come off a 3-0 win, so they're going to be very confident. Yeah,
well, Link, I actually caught the end of it. It was against MW3 play, and they won it 3-1 overall, but both the search and destroys were 4-3, so it was really close. Yeah,
I'd like MW3 play have been absolutely phenomenal this tournament. But back to this game, we're on board with Ryder at the start of this. He's going to be the aggressive SMG for Link. I watched him earlier on this map actually, and he was just constantly pushing that corridor, but Excellence has managed to shut him down. And we see Lowen residing in his normal position. It's quite unusual for him to use an SMG, isn't it, Raul?
Yeah, it is, but I think on this map he does prefer to actually use an SMG, strangely enough. I think it's a lot more close quarters, this map, so it does allow you to do that. However, Torres is going to remain an AR player, and it's going to be Daredevil making the pushes on the Western Wolf side, on the Fariko Dragon side.
Oh yeah, and Ryder just got a great 2-piece there to completely reside any Fariko map control down the loading bay side of the map. Lowen picks up the kill on Torres, and that's temporarily free down for Fariko, but T1 cleaning up Lowen, and it just seems a bit of a trading kill situation going on early in the first minute.
Yeah, Pasco was just top railings there, decided to jump down as he knows that someone has pushed along that loading bay side, switching things up, checking those crates, can't find anyone just yet, but did sustain a fair bit of Semtex damage.
Yeah, and Pasco's just going to try to hold down the situation. Oh my god, Pasco gets a great 2-piece there on T1, turning around for the flag. I believe they've run it down the middle, but Ryder's there to clean it up. That's great play by Link and good cover by Ryder in the end situation.
Yeah, so they are going to manage to get that return, but it is looking quite good here for Fariko Dragons, who, as we've said before, never lost this map at LAN as they get 4 down. Ryder's got a really nice spawn inside there, and he needs to hold this. He hasn't managed to do it against Torres.
And it seems that Link are all stunned off spawn. That's great spawn awareness there by Fariko. It seems there's going to be a definite flag capture with Pasco and Memento being the only 2 alive. And yeah, what do you think of the Fariko setup so far? Just completely residing down this loading bay side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the exact right thing. They're pushing down the right side of the map, and they are 1-0 up, 1 minute 50 into this game, looking really, really strong and proving himself to be the dominant side. Ryder looking to change that, though.
Yeah, and Ryder going for a capture zone. That's 3 down there for Fariko, but T1, once again, it seems to be the thorn in the back of Link's side, if I'm going to be honest here. And he's always picking up that last kill, preventing a setup. Once again, Pasco's on that top middle area, pushing down the loading bay side, which they seem to be focusing quite a lot on.
Yeah, Pasco has managed to spot someone popping out of loading bay. It was Daredevil who got the better of him. Ryder has managed to take out Torres, but he's weak. He's still continuing, though, and he's just trying to hold this middle ground.
Yeah, and Excellence picks up a 2-piece there on Lowen and Momo. Ryder in a great position here to get the flag return and gets taken down by Torres. That's great cover. Pasco's last man alive and does not manage to pick up the kill. That's going to be 2-0 in favour of Fariko Dragons. Really good early dominance shown by the Fariko team.
And do you think that any side of this map is favourable?
I'd have to say the side that Fariko Dragons are on, if I'm going to be honest, which is probably a good thing to hear if you're in Link's position, because they are sort of getting steamrolled a little bit in terms of slaying, but that could be entirely down to the side of the map.
Well, let's see if things can change things up. There's only 3 minutes of this 10-minute game gone, but both flags there going into Fariko Dragons' favour. Pasco does manage to take out Torres, who was defending, cuts back into mid-map, but can't find anyone.
Yeah, and it's going to be Prey in that middle tank area, and I'm going to go on board with one of the SMGs for Link, which we haven't really given much coverage. Ryder, who we started the game with, gets taken down once again, and Pasco's going to be pushing into that corridor area. He seems to be using this angle quite a lot, which is always a good sign for Melos, just to keep that corridor control.
Torres looked like he was trying to take out Momentum, but inadvertently shuts out Pasco. Lowen answering back though, dropping Torres, and as the kills are exchanged, it just doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any more flag pulls in the rest of this game. Yeah, definitely, and Ryder's going to be in this middle platform area. He's been forced by the Fariko team to come back for a bit of map control. However, now he's going to be pushing for a counter cap of his own. Excellence and T1 getting the kills, and Ryder's in a great position here to try and get this flag return. Maybe we could see a bit of a Gataga play. However, he just seems to be aware of T1's position, and Ryder's going to go for a counter cap down the corridor side of the map. And this could be quite good for Link at the moment. However, Torres and Excellence getting kills of their own, which is going to prevent any attempt of a return for Link Gaming, and we're entering a stalemate situation with 1 minute left on the clock. Yeah, we're going to go on board with Momo, who we haven't actually seen yet. I'm sure you'll have to hear that, Rel. He's going to be using the MP7 with no attachment, which is quite interesting. I've seen a lot of top players using this because it's got absolutely no recoil, and obviously it's just a bit of a laser line, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, what he's actually doing is trying to defend Ryder whilst he is holding this flag, and he has spotted someone just pushing out of that bunker side, unable to make the kill, but two of Link have gone down, leaving Momentum and Ryder all on their own, and they cannot go 3 flags down into round number 2. Yeah, that's definitely the case. I think 3 could really be the nail in the coffin that Fariko need. Momo's going to go for a kill of his own there on the loading bay side. Gets shut down by the Fariko side, being in that head glitch, but it seems Link are just happy to keep that 2-0 loss on the bad side of the map, and we could potentially see Link trying to use 3 SMGs, which I've seen them do quite a lot, and being aggressive with them. Well, they're going to have to try something new, because if they want to actually take this win, they're going to have to get 3 flags within 5 minutes. I imagine they're just going to try and work towards a stopwatch and take it from there, but they've got to make sure that they don't let the heads go down. They're trying to hype each other up now a little bit on the stage, but you can see Fariko Dragons really confident, and you know they want to maintain this record of never losing this map. Maybe it's put, I don't know, maybe it's put Link off a bit, maybe it psychs Fariko Dragons up a bit more, knowing that they have this achievement to the name. Well, let's watch Fariko Dragons and see how they play this. Yeah, and it seems that Torres is going to be sort of the passive AR down that left-hand side, which we saw from Lowen. However, we saw that Fariko didn't really push the wrong side of the map, as we call it, or the bunker side of the map, as most people know. But it seems Link have got a great start here. Torres being forced to go to the opposite side of the map, and he's going to be trying to hold down this loading bay area frantically. Yeah, as he just hangs around this JCB area, he's got a really good angle on 3 points of view around this crate side. He has taken some damage from one of the Link players, though, manages to stay alive somehow, and he's just going to continue to hold his position as he takes that stun to the face. Yeah, Momo picking up the frag kill, and it seems that Fariko got a really heavy bunker spawn. T1 coming off spawn is going to try and get a bit of map control for his team, pushing up into the middle platform area. However, he doesn't see anyone, and he's going to be trying to get a bit of map control for his team, but Daredevil picks up a 2-piece, forcing Link back into their spawn. Seems that Fariko are doing a great job on this bad side of the map of keeping full control of every single area. They're continuing to be aggressive, and Lowen's having to do work on the defensive side of things around that flag, and as they are trapping Link back in their own spawn, it's just delaying any sort of attempt to pull the Fariko Dragons flag, making it extremely difficult to even things out in this game. Saying that, we see that Link have managed to get 3 down, Pasco getting a team grenade, but Torres is the last guy alive, in a great position for the return, picks up 1 on Pasco. He's going to go for that flag return. He's forced the flag carrier to slow down. However, Momo comes in with great support, and Excellence is going to be trying to come from behind. Daredevil picks up the grenade. Could we see a flag return? It's going to be close, and Excellence does get that flag return. Momentum did pick up the 2-piece, though, opening things up a little bit for Link. Excellence is going to have to do some work here. Yeah, and using that MP7, he's pushing the corridor, but Ryder absolutely destroying him there. Torres is just teabagging the body of Pasco, sorry. And it just seems that they've completely instated control of this map. Torres is just pretty much going to lie in this area and just, well, for lack of better words, he's probably just going to camp this up now. They are 2 flags ahead with only 3 minutes left, so he's no need to be extremely aggressive, and will wisely choose to sit back. Yeah, and I'm going to go on board with Excellence, who's going to be using the MP7 once again. Momo gets the kill and gets a better effect, but Torres is just still holding down that flag. I haven't really seen Torres taking much of a defensive position in the past, but now he just seems to fully be aware of what it takes to win, and Pasco is going to be pushing up for more support. Daredevil just trading kills once again, and this is probably going to be the situation for the rest of the map. Well, we see a little bit of a gun battle there between Ryder and Excellence. Excellence does get the better of him, and he's still holding this flag down. Instead of pushing up in his usual objective role, he's starting to play defensively. Momentum and Low and pick up 2. Excellence just going to lie in wait to pick up the kill against Momentum, and he's holding this well. Yeah, that's great awareness here by Excellence, just lying on that floor and making sure Momo couldn't get the early kill to start off that attack. Excellence picking up a second on Pasco, and that's quite sloppy from Link there, allowing them to get 2 down on the loading bay side, which will fully stop them from getting any form of setup. Excellence sees a guy pushed into the JCB area and is once again going for the same technique. You see it's a bit of a deja vu from these top players and how they approach certain shots. Well, the capture of the flag here isn't looking great for them, but with 2 down, we do see an opportunity to push out. The grenade does go in. That's actually 4 down against Fariko Dragons now, and the flag has been picked up by Loan. If the stuns go out on Excellence now, they're going to have no chance to reclaim this, but actually Excellence has managed to stun that flag carrier and may be able to prevent this.
And Pasco picking up a great 2-piece there, and Torres is going to try his best to stop Pasco from keeping all this control of loading base out of the map. They've been forced back into Dome once again, and we can see Link here with another press. Momentum getting the better of Torres. That's something we don't really see Torres getting outshot, particularly on a map like this, which is in favour of the ARs. However, Fariko have been completely pinned back once again. Loan getting the better of T1, and is just sidestepping into that Dome area. Yeah,
Loan was unfortunately unable to pick up the 2-piece for Link there. Torres has managed to push out a little bit, because at one point there was 3 Fariko Dragons players all in that flag area. 1 minute left on the clock. T1 still playing aggressively, trying to keep the pressure onto Link, and the pressure really is on for the Link side now. They need to equalise in 1 minute.
Yeah, and T1's going to go for a counter-cap zone, turning on Pasco there. And he's also blocking the bug spawn, which is something interesting that I'd noticed they do quite a lot, is to ensure that they're spawning as far away as possible from their flag and into their original base.
Yeah, it's a really good play from T1 the way he's doing that, and he's managed to get low and straight off spawn. Momentum has also dropped to the floor. That's 2 down against Link, and time is just running out for them to get back into this game as T1 continues this rampage. Ryder goes down, Pasco goes down. It's looking like a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, and T1's going to be pushing into this bunker area once again to ensure that the Link side aren't going to go for a counter cap of their own down that bunker side of the map. T1 just resided into a bush, and I'm just going to quickly skip through the screen, just to see the position of the Fariko members. All but Excellence are just in defensive positions right now.
Yeah, they're pretty much set up. I mean, any team would be doing this with only 14 seconds left on the clock. They just have to pretty much sit on that flag to prevent Link getting near it. And that is going to be it for game number 1. It is going to be 1-0 in favour of Fariko Dragons. A fairly close game. It was dominated entirely by Fariko Dragons initially, but it did look like Link might have been able to get back into it in the later stages, but it was just too little too late, and a 2-1 victory. They maintain their record of never losing this map in game time.
Having a quick look at the stats there, we see that Torres and Excellence were doing the majority of the slaying for the Fariko team. I'd like to give credit as well to T1 for running that flag down the loading base side of the map when they're on the good side. That's going to be all she wrote for this map, and obviously it's going to be 1-0 in favour of Fariko Dragons.